So good afternoon, one and all. Dr. Shubhrata, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So let's start today's, and this is actually the last session of Impact Lecture Series, which is sponsored by Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, and AICT. Ministry of Education, Government of India has established an innovation cell with the purpose of systematically fostering the culture of innovation in higher education institutions across the country. Ministry of Education has established MOE education institutions across the country and also established innovation cell with the mandate to work closely with our higher education institutions to encourage the creative energy of our student population to work on new ideas and innovation and promote them to create startups and entrepreneurial ventures. Let's have a look in about IIMT Engineering College. IIMT Engineering College Meerut is one of the leading institutions under the aegis of IIMT Group. IIMT Engineering College is affiliated to AKTU Lucknow and it has achieved excellence in both scholastic and non-scholastic development of its students and is committed to contribute innovatively in the field of technical and professional education. The college is known for imparting high-quality professional qualification in the field of engineering and management. Honorable Chairman Sir Shri Yogesh Mohanji Gupta, founder of the institution, started this journey in 1994 with a belief to promote Indian culture and research-based education to the new generation. Since then, the college has achieved many milestones and sets high records of producing meritorious students in this field. Our extended family is an integral part of our lives, and we at IIMT welcome you all in today's Impact Lecture sessions. I am giving my regards to our respected director, sir, Dr. Sanjeev Maheshwari, our co-coordinator of event, Dr. Vikhyat Singhal, and a technical team member, Mr. Sadev, and for their support. I am also thankful for today's speaker, Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal, Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Durg Chhattisgarh, Engineering College. Welcome you, ma'am, in today's session. Before commencement of this session, I invite our respected director, sir, for a short inaugural remark. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shubha. I really welcome Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal, that is Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Birla Institute of Technology, Durg, Chhattisgarh. And Madam, all the faculty and the students are waiting for your guest lecture, and it's a very important one, planning of a startup and finding the funding opportunities for early age or early stage entrepreneurship. And right now in India, the entrepreneurship is one of the parameter by which a particular institute or particular university is known. And IIMT University, in that regard, along with the IIMT Engineering College, is doing in this parameter a great job. And I really appreciate that you have taken a time and giving the opportunities to our young entrepreneur. They can get the tips, and I hope your lecture will find some of our startups or entrepreneurs will get benefited and they can start a new venture. Without taking much time, because already it has been started, so I ask Dr. Shubha, please continue and ask
sir.
Madam to do that.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing your PPT right now.
Okay.
You can start, ma'am.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Audible, ma'am.
Okay. So, very good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Sanjeev Maheshwari, sir, President of IIC and Director of IIMT Meerut. Dr. Vikrant Singalji, HOD MBA Department. Dr. Shubha Dwivedi, ma'am, Associate Professor of IIMT University Meerut. I thank you all and especially ma'am for inviting me for this session. And before starting the session, I want to say something about my topic. Like my topic is divided into two parts. One part is it's about the startup, and the second part is about the funding for startups. So I have divided my presentation or this session into two parts. So this is the outline of my presentation. So working first, ma'am, please, second slide. So there is 30-second exercise for you before starting the session. What are you expecting from this session? Just think about that. And after attending this session, check whether you have got that or not. Just a 30-second exercise. Ma'am, can you please make this PPT in presentation mode? Okay, thank you. So I think all of you have thought about that, and you have written somewhere the output you want from this session or in your mind. So going ahead, first of all, we will talk about startups. So before talking about startups, let us see the difference between business and startup. As you all know, what are business? Business means any, you can say anything which is going in generation to generation, or some shop is there, or some boutique is there, or you have started some type of service. So that all are business. But what is a startup then? So can I interact with the audience, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there is a limited audience right now. Actually, this session is live.
Okay.
We have the live audience. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I can't see their reaction. So, friends, business is what? A thing which is limited, or you can say a thing which is coming generation to generation. You have a shop, you have a family business. So, this all is business. But what is startup? So, you can say startup is different from the business. In business, you don't have any dream, or you don't have any future planning, or you don't have the things like you will employ this much of persons after 1 year. So we can say the startup is different from the business, or startup is again a business, but with a, you can say with a short term and long term planning. And you have many dreams, and you have many plans to make this a startup and start this startup. And you are thinking that in next 5 years you will give employment to 50%, 50 persons, or you will give employment to 100 persons. Then it is a startup. Okay. So I think you have understood the difference between the startup and the business. And here we are talking about the startup. As you all know that an idea can change your life. You all say that an idea can change your life. And the idea about any business which can be converted into entrepreneurship is startup. And Government of India has given many initiatives to young entrepreneurs through Make in India, the hub of innovation and new ideas. These has reflected in number of billionaires now in India. As you all know, India added 40 billionaires to the 42, to the 142 already in just 1 year. Note it, in just 1 year. It has more billionaire that the countries like in France, Sweden, Switzerland combined. So startups with their innovative ideas are the backbone of this surge. And as you all are aware of Shark Tank, I think all of you have watched, if you are inclined towards this startup, so you must have watched this Shark Tank on Sony TV. And you have saw the overwhelming response of the youngsters in this program. Startup India is what requires the young entrepreneurs to fulfill the criteria. These are the young people who will become the billionaire of tomorrow. And I hope from this audience, from this crowd of audience, we will get many billionaires in next 5 years. And as we all say that there is no, you can say, education qualification for a startup, or there is no skill which are needed for a startup. So why we are the engineers, और जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं, we are engineers have more flexible attitude towards the life. They are very flexible towards the life. They can do anything in the life. They can become entrepreneur, they can become CEO, they can start their startup, they can do they can go for biomedical side also. So after becoming an engineer, you can go to any field. As we say that after 4 years, you become a person which is fit in any condition. In any condition, you can fit. So when we talk about these startups, so for engineers, it is very easy to start any startup. Why? Because you are engineer, you are technically strong. You can, you are not very strong, but you know the basics of technology. You are aware of all the facilities. And the most important thing is startup policy of Government of India. So as you all know, you can see on this slide, the quotation by our respected Prime Minister, Shri Modi ji, that he wants that there must be a startup in each and every district of the country. So because of this thinking, because of this vision, he has given, Government of India has started Startup Policy 2019. All of you can see the policy on website. It is in PDF form. Startup Policy underscore 2019. You can go through this and you can see the benefits provided or the support provided by the government for starting any startup. So, next slide, ma'am. So, what are the objective of this policy? We can see what are the objectives of this policy. So this policy is for higher education institute and it gives support to faculty, staff and students of institute and enable to actively engage student, faculty, and staff in innovation and entrepreneurship related activities. It gives many benefits to the students. Like as I know, in last session, you have a session on IPR, and you have learned about how to file IPR, how to get copyright, and these all are after the startup or after launching the product. You can go for this IPR. So in next slide, you can see the thrust areas. So these are the thrust areas of NISP. NISP is what? National Innovation Policy. Okay. So you can see these are the thrust area. This gives innovation, promote innovation and entrepreneurship. There are norms for faculty as well as students. Then it supports incubation, pre-incubation support to the startups, to the institute. Then, as I told about IPR, it gives the easy IPR, how you can go for easy IPR, easy patent. Then entrepreneur performance impact assessment for each and every startup. Next slide, ma'am. So these are some highlights of the NISP. Total budget का जो minimum 1% है, that goes to innovation fund, and which is used to help the students and faculty which are doing work on startups. Then incentives for students and faculties, they can take semester break. If you are working on a startup, then you can take semester break. You will be exempted from the attendance. You will be exempted from the, you are not exempted for the examination, but you can appear in next examination. And then faculty also gets leaves, academic credits and all, and some funding also. Then guidelines for equity and IPR. If you are starting any startup in your institute, then you have to give 2 to 9.5% on equity, and but the major IPR ownership will remain with the inventor. This inventor may be a student or maybe a faculty. And the support system, obviously support system is given by the institute in the form of infrastructure, in the form of lab facility, in the form of net facility and all. Next, ma'am. So these are the most important benefits if you go under the Startup India. Okay. So Startup India is the platform where you can register your startup. So if you register your startup in this platform, then you will get many benefits under this Startup India. And this is the link. All of you must know this link. You can go to Google and search the link for startupindia.gov.in and get registered with your startup. So when you get registered in your startup, then there is a committee of government committees there who verify your documents, your idea, and your institute. And if they pass your startup, then you will get many benefits for your startup. like you will get reduction in cost because it gives reduction in patents, in trademarks, and you have to give only legal fees for your patent or for your copyright. All the other fees is beared by the India, and you will get around 80% reduction in the cost of filing patents. The other benefits are like ease access to fund. 10,000 crore rupees fund is set up by the government for a startup. So you can see this is a huge amount, and this is given to the past startups. And next you can see tax holiday because you don't have to pay income tax for 3 years. And this is, you can say you are saving much amount on this tax. Then another benefit is apply to tenders. So when you have a startup which is recognized by Startup India, then you can tender your startup for government tenders or other tenders also. You can say आपका product है which is used in government sector, which is used in private sector, and as you know the process of tender, so you can apply for that even if you are in startups. Then R&D facilities is there. You can do research and development facility on your startup, and the government will provide you the different perks on that. Then next benefit is no time consuming compliances. If you have only 9 laborers, then you can start your startup and you can get the benefits. And one more benefit which is very beneficial to the investors who are investing their money on your startup. It may be your friend, your family man, or any other venture investors, or you can say any angel investor is there. So anyone who is investing money in the startup will get the tax benefit. So because of this, you can get more investors in your field. Then you can choose your investor. You can plan properly about your startup and get the investors who are ready to invest in your startup because of uniqueness. You can say there is no need to be uniqueness also, always. You can change the existing system also. You can you can modify the existing system. You can modify the existing process. You can modify the existing service. Or you can say if you are working in a service sector, you can change the service or modify the service, then also you will get the investors. हर बार ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप एकदम ही न्यू प्रोडक्ट के साथ आए स्टार्टअप में. You can come with any innovative idea, or you can come with any modification in the existing system. Then also you will get many investors. You can change the chemical property of any product. You can change the physical property, or you change the application. And you can say that there are many things which are naturally available in our country, in our rich country, which are not known by the public. So you can go for that. You can take that product in your startup and make advertisement of that and awareness about that to each and every person. That is also the startup. Then exit, easy exit. In there is no need to be exit if you are properly planned for your startup. But in case if you want to exit, it is very easy to exit from your startup. Then there are many categories, you can say, for startups. I have taken 2-3 categories for a startup in India, but you can think more and you have ideas for more startups. Like first I have taken food delivery startups. Like you all know, we have Swiggy, we have one more is what? All of you know. Swiggy and food deliveries. Mainly we do it by what?
Zomato, I think.
Zomato. Yes. So we know these names, but there are many food delivery startups, and there is again scope for other startups also, because you can see the expected amount is 817.8 million by 2023, and it has very much potential in coming years also. And you can say after Corona, we preferred e-learning also. So one more platform is e-learning platform. Like because of, you can say, only Corona or only online sessions, we are here with you. I am with IIMT students. But if we think about that before 3 years, so I think it is difficult to call any speaker from Chhattisgarh, which is far, far away from you. And it is difficult for us also to go and to invite speakers from other states. But after this Corona, we have learned the importance of online learning. I have learned many things in this 2 years. And I think you have also learned many things, because before that we think about only the available, you can say available, we can say available data or available speakers which are around us, approachable speakers. We hardly heard top class speakers in our institute. But after this, this is, you can say, the benefit of that, that we have learned the e-learning. And we have seen that after Corona, we can say that we can learn many things only sitting at our place. Before that, we take this online sessions as no, this is not for us, this is only the time pass. But now we heard about this and we are taking benefit of this. So I think e-learning platform is also a very good field for startups. Then one more is online payment platform. So we have many online payment platforms, but there is again, we have started online payments after Corona only. I'm not talking about young generation, but I'm talking about the generation which is away from these online shopping, online payment. They used to go to bank, they used to go to shops for purchasing their things. But after this, all of us have learned about the online. So this is again a very good platform. If anyone can make a good online payment platform with high security and with high facility, then you can say it is a very good area for startups, especially for the IT sector students and the CS students. So friends, we are talking about startups. And as you all know that startup is a very, you can say, it is a very good platform for all of us. But हर कोई उसमें क्यों नहीं जा रहा है? If it is so easy and if it is so beneficial and so much supported by the institute, by the government, then why everyone cannot start a startup and become a successful entrepreneur? As you all know that you must have your, you can say, you must have your career map. Career map is of many types. First, your career map is on in class 9th when you come to senior school. Then next, your career map stage is when you go to 11th class, when you take the subject or you take the stream. Ma'am, previous slide. When you come to 11th class, then you choose your stream. वहां पर भी आपका कैरियर का एक स्टॉपेज है. When you choose maths, when you choose bio or all that. Then come to college. Then after college, after 4 years or 5 years of teaching, learning, or after doing your MBBS or after doing your engineering, then MTech, then MBA, what is next? Here your career changes. Your career map जो है वो बहुत ही important है, because this is the point जहां पर आपको अकेले चलना है. You can say आप 11th में आए तो you have teachers, you have your parents, then again in college your friends are there. But when you come to the field of job or entrepreneurship, then you are alone. And when you are alone, so you have to make a very proper decision. You have to make a very proper decision for anything. And there are, you can see on this slide, there are many postmortems. That means इसमें ये जो साइट में आपको दिखा रही हूँ, इसमें आप बहुत से startups देख सकते हैं which are failed. And you can see the causes of that failure. Okay, so why these startups fail? So if you are thinking to start your startup, so you have to learn from their experience. You have to check your checklist before starting the startup. So here you can see the top 20 reasons for startup failure. So before starting the startup, you have to go to each and every point. See, there are 20 reasons to startup failure. You can say that there are 40 reasons for startup success. We have taken only 20 reasons here. So there are 40 reasons for the success of a startup. So you have to learn from these reasons. So you can see the first is no market need. And you can go through this: lack of passion, bad timing, bad location, or you have started as a joke there. आपने एक अपना garage start कर लिया on a second floor of the building, or you have started you can say a tea cafe on the 25th floor. So these are the bad location example: lack of financing, investment, failure to pilot. These are some reasons. So we will discuss the top 4 reasons because of which there are failure. 40%, 42% failure is due to no market. So before, as you all know, that IIC cell is there in each and every institute, and you have a very strong IIC in your institute. जैसा मैंने आपके प्रोग्राम्स भी अटेंड किए हैं, देखे हैं. So ये जो अपना AICT का मॉडल है for IIC, we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 every year, and we have specific types of programs for any startup, for any entrepreneur. And if you are really want to become a successful entrepreneur, so you have to attend all the series of programs. As your madam is there, your Dr. Sanjeev Maheshwari is there, and you conduct all the programs in your institute. So as a student, you have to attend all the series of programs. यदि आपने अटेंड नहीं भी किया है, then there is YouTube channel and you can watch that videos of that program, and there are series of programs which are connected to each other, which are connected to each and every step of the startup. So you can see the faster failure is due to no market for their product. That means you have not taken, you have not checked the market fit of your product. If your this product is market fit or not. So you have to go through that market fit. You have to go to the investments, proper investment on your startup, then fold due to inharmony of the founders. Say you are 4 friends, very close friends, but after some time when you have working together, then you found that you are not compatible with each other, you are not comfortable, you have same knowledge, all of 4 have same knowledge, but you required many types of people in any startup. You must have a financer, you must have a person who has investment knowledge, who has market knowledge, who is technically strong. So you have to make a combination of these persons to start any startup. Then fail due to out. Then these are the most important failure, reasons of failure. So you have to go through these before starting your startup. Learn about this and talk to your senior, talk to your colleagues, talk to your students, talk to your parents about that, talk to your mentors. You must have mentors in your incubation center. You have very experienced professors in your institute. So you can discuss your product, your startup with them before starting it. You can take advantage of their experience. So here are the 9 important steps that you need to follow before starting the startup. Like at the start, I have said that an idea can change your life. So it is in both ways. It can be changed in positive manner. It can be changed in negative manner also. So you have to take that in positive manner. So check your idea. Is it feasible? Is business plan is ready? Only if business plan is ready, then only you can get the investors for your startup. Choose the business structure, right business structure. look for the fund. After making the business plan, you can go to the investors, you can go to the funding institutes, you can go to the bank, you can go to the, you can take advantage of many government schemes. Then register in Startup India, as I told you in the beginning. When you register your startup in Startup India, then you will get many benefits automatically. Then after starting the product or process, you can go for the IPR. You can go for the patent, you can go for the copyright of your product or process. Okay. Then build a digital presence. This is the time of digital marketing, and you have to market your product. Then get a good workplace. Obviously, you must have a good atmosphere, good environment. Then only you will get the good output out of this, out of your startup. So these are some points you have to look for before starting your startup. So if you have any idea, then you can go for the startup. And next most important thing, the second part of our topic is how to get funding for the entrepreneurship or for the startups. So first, easiest way of funding is self-finance, or self-finance may be through your friends, or through your personal savings, or through your family friends. You can get the funds from your friends, or from your family, or from your personal savings. Okay. Then angel investors are there. As you all know, who are the angel investors? Angel investors are the persons who have property, or who have finance or money, and they want to invest their money in some good work. They support to the startups. So you can go for that. Then next one is crowdfunding. If you need money to kick off your startup, then you can go for the crowd money. This is the source which is highly popularized in this platform. And you can go through these platforms. You can go Fund Me. Go Fund Me is the platform where you will get crowdfunding. And there are Kickstarters. There are Kickstarters. One more is there, from where you can get the this crowdfunding. Then you all know about venture capital. Anyone? Okay. I can't interact with you directly. Okay, no problem. Again, venture funding is what? In venture funding, the person invest the amount in the startup, and then he also support for the technology, for the customer, for the networking. Then he gives the mentorship to the startups, and proper guidance to the startup. So this, if you get any mentor for your startup, then nothing like that. क्योंकि आप उस केस में you are getting the funds from them, and you are getting the mentorship, you are getting the guidance, and you can learn from their experience also. Then you can go for many government schemes. So you can see there are many government schemes you can go through the one more PDF is there, IIC_grant.com .pdf, sorry, IIC_grant.pdf. This is the document in which government schemes are there for a startup. And if you are a woman candidate, you are a female candidate, then there are many more benefits for a startup or entrepreneurship. You can go through that. You will get funding in very low, you can say on very low percentage of interest. You can get land from the government. You will get many tax benefits. And for some small scale entrepreneurship, you get 100% loan from the government. So if you are a female candidate, or you can make a group of you can say male and female candidates and start your startup, then you will get more benefits as a woman candidate. Then avail loan from many many banks are there, private banks are there, who gives loan on your business plan. So you can go to websites, then you can go to WestB, WESTB, BW, for matchmaking platform of a startup. Okay, so these are the funding methods, different funding methods from which you can get the proper funding for your startups. So my dear friends, you have to save time, you have to save money, and you have to save energy. You have to save time, you have to save money, and you have to save energy. Then only you will be a successful startup, or anyone, successful CEO, successful faculty, successful teacher. You have to save your energy or money, and how to use that money or that energy in some productive work. This is the time of smart working, intelligent working. Like, you know that we think about, we have heard about smart manufacturing. So when manufacturing is smart, so why not us? We have to be smart enough to use our energy and money in proper way to become more successful. So before that, what is the right time for a startup? Like many of you have decided for a higher study. आप लोगों में से कुछ जॉब में जा रहे होंगे, कुछ हायर स्टडीज में जा रहे होंगे. Some of you have planned for MS, for MBA, you are preparing for CAT. But there are many students in each class who have think about something different. Something different, you can say, or you have to work in different manner. It is not necessary to work different work. You have to work, small work can be worked differently. Then also you can become more successful than others. So for those students who are thinking to, who has some idea for their future generation, for their coming generation, or they have some, as all of you know कि कोई भी चीज की जननी क्या होती है? आवश्यकता. तो यदि आपको किसी चीज की आवश्यकता ही नहीं है, you don't need anything else in your life, तो आप तो कुछ करोगे ही नहीं. बट आप कब करोगे कुछ भी? व्हेन यू हैव द पैशन, यू हैव द नीड. आपने कोरोना में देखा बहुत सी नई चीजें जनरेट हुई. लाइक मैं कल ही देख रही थी इन्वेंशंस ड्यूरिंग कोरोना. देन so there are many inventions. Why? Because of the need. That is the need of that time. So must think in that manner how you can make your life more successful, more meaningful, how you can save money, you can make app, you can make instrument to save money, to save time, to save energy. So the right time for any startup is what? Anyone? Is now. Is now. When you are in college, है ना, जैसे मैंने कहा कि after this college life, you are alone in the society. But at this moment, you have your friends, you have faculty, you have setup, you have your family. So you can start, you can dream anything. Support of your family is there, support of your professors are there. Okay, so the right time is now. And make a group of great minds, not great minds, but different minds, and think about your startup. And one more thing I want to share, that this is the you. This is the you who can make anything possible. जैसा कि बोलते हैं ना, मुझे तो कभी प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं आई, मैं तो कभी फेल ही नहीं हुआ. That means you have not made, यदि आपने कोई मिस्टेक नहीं की, that means आपने कोशिश ही नहीं की. यदि आपने कोशिश की होती तो आप फेल हुए होते. सो केवल आप ही हैं, है ना. इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से, बट दिस इज द ट्रुथ कि आप ही हैं जो अपने आप को एक ऊंचाई पर ले जा सकते हैं. और दोस्तों, यदि आसमान में उड़ना है, यदि आसमान पे उड़ना है, तो जमीन पर दौड़ लगानी ही पड़ेगी. जमीन पर दौड़ लगानी ही पड़ेगी. यदि विश्वास नहीं होता तो हवाई जहाज को देख लो, वो भी उड़ने के पहले जमीन पर ही दौड़ लगाता है. तो ये जो आपकी दौड़ है, ये यहाँ शुरू हो चुकी है. जैसे ही आपने इंजीनियरिंग में आए हैं, आपने ग्रेजुएशन में आए हैं, आपकी दौड़ शुरू हो चुकी है. और इतना दौड़िए कि आपके पेरेंट्स, आपके टीचर्स, आपके साथी सब ऊपर देख के बोले, वो मेरा स्टूडेंट है, वो मेरा बेटा है, वो मेरी बेटी है. ओके, सो स्टार्ट रनिंग टुडे. एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू कि यदि हम कोई भी चीज मतलब करते हैं, हमें डिफरेंटली करना. हम चीजों को नहीं बदल सकते, बट वी कैन चेंज द वे वी आर डूइंग. सो यदि हम चेक करें, देखिए इसमें 1 to the power 365 is nothing but 1. But 1 to the power 1.01 to the power 365 is 37.8. That means यदि हम every day 365 days में से हर दिन 1% भी कुछ नया करते हैं, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर हम 38 टाइम्स ज्यादा अच्छा कर रहे हैं. यू कैन सी द डिफरेंस. और यदि हम 1 की जगह 0.99 करते हैं, तो हम 1 की जगह कितना कर रहे हैं? ओनली 0.03. दैट मीन्स वी आर back by 1500 times. So friends, improve yourself, improve your qualities, improve yourself day by day. Then you will get much, much, much better results at the end of the year. These are the some key resources you can see, and I want to thank again the IIMT University, and if any query is there, so I welcome you all with the questions. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's really very amazing and very nice session, and really very motivational session too. And definitely, a student will be benefited by your kind words. Just I wanted to share the summary of your session, that the startup or the entrepreneurship requires passion, determination, a certain darkness, and the ability to innovate. Creative thinking is a way looking at problems and situations from a fresh perspective, which you have taught in a very deeper sense by giving the example of 1 raised to power 365. It's often called thinking outside the box. So, and this is all about avoiding the more normal and the most orthodox condition, the project solutions, and instead thinking of innovative ways to tackle problems. As an overall conclusion, the key to creative thinking is really finding the space and time to think. So this is really you only to come up with some of the new and great ideas. You have the potential, you have the capabilities. And with these words, thank you so much, Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal, madam. I am going to invite for vote of thanks to our co-coordinator, Dr. Vikhyat Singhal. Vikhyat sir.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to have you with us for motivating our students about the business plan, about different sources of funding. Because students are not aware out from where they can get ideas, but they are not able to find out the right path, the right direction from where they can easily get the funding. There are a number of schemes of government which are providing the funds for the startups and entrepreneurs, but students are not aware about that. Thank you very much, madam, for creating awareness among the students about how they can start their career as an entrepreneur, from where they can easily get the funding, and how they can market survey and feasibility analysis. One most important point which I would like to share: before starting any business, a student should conduct feasibility analysis. Because without feasibility analysis, as you have mentioned, 9% of the projects fail because the students here, you can say the entrepreneurs, does not conduct the feasibility analysis, which consists of the market analysis, financial analysis, operations analysis. So, thank you very much. Thank you, madam, for guiding our students. And definitely, some of the students will be motivated to start their career as an entrepreneur. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vikhyat sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. Yeah, some net disturbance from your side too, as I'm receiving some of the issues in voice breaking, but it's okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. And this is actually the concluding session also of it's a very hectic 4 continuous session on first session, which was held on 29th of June. And on that day also, we have 2 sessions, 2 talks, first in morning and the second one is the afternoon session. And today also we have 2 sessions, first in morning and the second one is in the afternoon session. And as per as my belief, all the 4 sessions are very important and very much beneficial for the whole of the those who are going through with these YouTube links. They will get benefited because all these sessions covers different themes, like the first session which covers about the design thinking and creative aspects of the out-of-box thinking, which was delivered by Professor Chirag Thake, and the second session on the same day was delivered by the Professor Dr. Kartike from ISRO Outreach Center of Pillai Institute of Engineering Technology. That session is also very splendid and very beneficial session for the student and the faculty members who joined that session. And in fact, in today's also we have in morning we have a deputy controller of patent with us, and he delivered about the how to file IPR and all aspects of IPR, whether to file in India or to file in abroad, and so many things he discussed in the morning session. So that is also very much important session for all the students. And if I conclude your session, as I earlier told, that it was really out of box thinking session, and it is really very beneficial, very motivational session, very kind words, and very in a very simpler manner you delivered this session. Lastly, I want to invite our honorable respected director, sir, as a concluding remark for this series impact lecture, which is sponsored by the MOE Ministry of Education and AICTE. Sir.
So, Madam, first of all, I thank Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal giving a very splendid, nice, informative session. And the most important is she has given the idea that you have to go out of box for thinking your idea, or we have to be very careful about our startups and all. And I really appreciate, and one of the key factors he has warned that after within a 4 or 5 year span, 90% of the startups dies down, and which actually should not happen, because there are very good ideas and very good startups are there, but due to some funding, some government machineries and all, right now we are saying the government is supporting in a very, very long way. Only thing is lack of informations normally creating a problems. And I really thankful for Dr. Shubha that this series is very wonderful regarding this IIC Innovation Cell as per the AICT, because we are able to interact one of the very important members of IICs, and where we have a lot of learning for the not only for the students as well as faculty, and it gives the idea for Ek Bharat or Shresth Bharat, I will say. The reason is that many of us we cannot meet together, but on this platform we are interacting and we are getting a lot of knowledge. I will specifically mention the video given by the Karthik Nagarajan, and he has given a wonderful session. Today, the deputy controller of specifically, he has given in the morning a very, very informative patent and all, and where we are lacking and how we can file the patent in India or abroad, and what are the do's and non-do's. And your madam, your session is also very encouraging. And thing is that student or the faculty, young entrepreneurs should take the advantage and they can go. And I hope this type of session should continue in future also. The reason is that motivational is always required. Certain success stories or also can be shared. The reason is that these stories will inspire, and many of us, if they are lack or they are somewhere they are demotivated, they get the ideas and afterwards they can go further and make a successful entrepreneur. With these words, I will say this is a very nice and wonderful session. And I hope as per the IIC and all, same thing will continue in the future years also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.